So third gear was first gear, fourth gear was second gear, reverse was fourth gear. It was all wrong. So the first time I drove the car, I was probably about 11 years old, 10 years old maybe. So I let it up, bounced around, and then we got going. This car is really up there with the most original cars in the country. Hi, my name is AJ, and this is me and my dad's 1965 Shelby Cobra. We bought this car in 2017. It was just a project for me to learn to work with cars, because my dad, he learned from his dad back in the day how to work with cars, because my grandpa used to restore cars as well. So this car was just a project for me and him so he can teach me all the ins and outs of cars and how it all works and how to work on engines. So my dad's got to get work as a Cobra, and he invited us to the Cobra Club just to experience the cars. And after one day with the club, we were totally hooked and we started looking for the car. And the sole purpose was to buy a driver's car, so to take it to the track, to drive it around just as a daily, as a weekend car, just as a driver. So when he bought this car, it was in quite rough shape. So it had under 3 exhausts. It has side pipes now. Looks really cool. Sounds really nice. Originally I had underbody exhaust. So we changed that, got side pipes. We lowered the car, put new wheels and tires on it. It originally had steelies like from a trailer on it. It was just hubcaps. It looked really bad. Mismatching tires all around, bad interior, it was purple. So like I said, new exhaust, new wheels, new tires, whole new interior, read the dash, all new gauges, all new lights. But the big change was in the engine. Rebuilt the entire motor. It's a 351 Windsor, 5.8 litre Ford V8. It's 60 over now, so it's about 6 litres. We just had to board it out a bit. 4-barrel carb, mild cams, makes probably around 250 horsepower. Running through a 4-speed top-loaded gearbox, like the original cars, fully original, like a tractor gearbox, but it's strong, really strong. Oh, we redid the whole boot. The whole boot is now fully original spec, full aluminium, like the whole tank. The car was originally in a rear-end collision, so the right rear end was in a collision and it bent in the whole frame and everything. So we rebuilt the subframe, rebuilt the entire boot, and now it's looking mint. I haven't had a lot of issues with this car. Once we rebuilt the motor, just as you start building the motor and out of nowhere, this thing comes up, and at the end of the day, you rebuild the whole motor. And the machine shop made a mistake, and one of the valves pressed against the engine. It got stuck, got a hole in the piston, and the whole motor went kablooey. So, but that was just one little issue. Further, we've never had an issue with this car, not one. It's perfectly dead reliable, just a bit heavy on juice. So my dad and myself are purists. We're looking for the most original car we can get, closest experience to 1965 we can get. So we're trying to get the car to data spec, like the most original car in the country. So little details. Things are a few multi-thick. We have to replace them, get totally new parts. A lot of parts imported from America to get the car as original as possible. These are just some vents to feed the air to the brakes. We replaced the lights as well. Originally they came with clear blinkers, not amber. So we had to get these from America. New headlights, PR Lucas with the TriStar, fully original, really hard to get. The car came originally with the Tommy Lock paint shop, which is not original, but quite scarce in South Africa, so we're holding onto it. It's a lot of cracks, a lot of blemishes, not perfect, but it's a bit of a primer paint, so not gloss unlike all the other cars, but we like it. It's a driver. We drive it often. My dad takes it to work. He takes it to Fochville. Long K's, we've taken it to Durban, to Cape Town. It's a driver's car, and we don't mind the chips. We don't mind the cracks, just for using. Now, besides the engine, which is really hard to source, a full big 7-litre V8. This car is really up there with the most original cars in the country. So the first time I thought I really love this car, was the first time we got it, when my dad was spinning around the gravel roads, flying around, scaring the horses, scaring the people, and just the feeling of pushing you back in the seat and hearing the engine screaming. Yeah, that's when I realized I love this car. The thing that gives me a headache about the car is getting in the car. Me and my dad are quite tall. I'm about 6'6", he's about 6'3". So sliding into this tiny car is quite a pain, and getting out even worse. It has no aircon, so when you enjoy it in the beautiful sunny weather, you get quite hot and you burn yourself to death. But even the engine heat comes right through the firewall, so your feet are so sweaty you can't even keep your feet on the pedals. And I have to drive out shoes, me and my dad, because our feet are too big. So yeah, definitely it's a bit small, but it contributes to the go-kart feel. So definitely my favorite thing to do with the Cobra is to floor it and dump the clutch and feel the wheels spinning beneath me, just sliding around, slamming second gear, scooting the wheels, and just making a big cloud of smoke. Yeah, and the car gets a lot of attention. We didn't really get it for that purpose, but driving around you get a lot of attention, and people love it. Nobody hates a Cobra; they all love it, and we love it as well. It's always fun, revving it for a kid who's waving at you, or talking with old people who've experienced the car as well. The current value of the car is probably around 400 to 500k. Not that much. It depends if you're looking for a rear original car. The price might be higher. Well, my most memorable memory of the car is when we went to collect the car. So my dad's sister actually bought it for us in KZN, and she took it to her farm. So originally when we went to pick up the car, we were waiting in front of the gate and we were like, where is she? She's not there. And the next time she came flying up the dirt road with this car, like 100 k's an hour, dirt flying off the end, sliding around. The coolest memory ever. And my favorite memory was getting in the car for the first time, driving around the farms and spinning through every gear on the gravel roads, just having a ball for the first time. I just love the sound, man. The sound is so good. The rumbling of the car, yeah, it's amazing. The rumbling V8, it just speaks to your heart. How I feel driving the car, it just makes me feel totally alive. Just the feeling of engine rumbling, the car vibrating under you, the loose steering, the loose rear end, it's just fun, It's just fun. So the first time I drove the car, I was probably about 11 years old, 10 years old maybe. I really begged him to let me drive it. It was here in the street. He said I could drive around the block. I got in the car, put about 3 pillows behind my back to reach the pedals. With all the force in my legs, I pushed down the clutch pedal, so I let it up, bounced around, and then we got going. Went to second gear, just cruising around, and it was scary. I think my dad was more scared than I was, but it was really cool, really cool. My favorite memory of my dad with the car was when we rebuilt the transmission, and we got in for a test drive, and something was weird, something wasn't right. And eventually we realized he coupled the linkages wrong. So third gear was first gear, fourth gear was second gear, reverse was fourth gear. It was all wrong. So just like my dad, my goal with the car is to teach my son how to work on cars and to keep it as a family heirloom. It's just special. We all love it. It's a family car, and I'd love to keep it around, keep it in the tip-top shape. My dad has kept it in all this time, and just enjoy it. KaCar, special cars for special occasions.